you'd like to know about the terminology that is just gone crazy, because crystals are not genuinely everything that these crystal stores and jewelry stores are selling you. In the original terminology, it was stones tended to cover anything that was a man-made rock or crystal. Rocks, again, the geologists will just tend to call a lot of things rocks, and only the very best examples of crystals will be called crystals. And then in the crystal shop world, some of us did distinguish between a rock, which has gone through a process of things being ground up, laid down, put under pressure, and forming something that's solid. And a crystal we will call something that Mother Nature literally grew, just like she grows plants. And it's got a repeating structure inside. And if you had an electron microscope, you could see it. And your best example of a crystal would be clear quartz. And your best example of a rock would be sandstone, limestone. So rocks usually are made up of lots and lots of different mineral types, lots and lots of different crystals. Some of the rocks you actually can even see some of the crystals inside them. So it's a bit of a blur as to whether you call that a rock or a crystal. Whereas in theory, crystals are you only just see the crystal, and maybe it's on a little bit of matrix. The problem we have is marketing and the decision to confuse people by the volume of man-made crystals made out of glass. So it makes it a little harder to tell. In theory, you can tell the difference between glass and a real crystal is glass will very quickly heat up, but it's not, you've got to be really subtle in figuring it out. Whereas a crystal will take more time to heat up as you're holding it, like your fingers to heat up. And plastic and resin, well, they don't even feel cold to touch at all. But 50% of what's being sold on the internet through certain Chinese marketplaces are actually man-made, and they are just calling it crystals. And you even have to be careful going into crystal shops, because I've seen them selling a white tiger's eye as a real crystal. No, it's glass. So if something just seems too good to be true, just know it's not. But that is why the term crystals now is encompassing everything: the rocks, the real crystals, and the fake crystals. Now, there is a blurry line because you've got amber, which is obviously made by trees and then fossilized, and you've got obsidian, which is made by volcanoes. So they get called crystals. I don't think in the truest sense they're meant to be called crystals, but hey, they kind of grew. So let's leave it at that. And I'm sure there'll be some chat from geologists who will clarify my chat to you. If you enjoyed this, follow for more.